Yo, what is poppin', everybody? YFLB, damn it. What is poppin', everybody? My name is YFLVI, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. I actually need a drink. Some water. Did this intro way too many times. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for the positive comments and feedback recently. I know it's been a while since I posted, but yeah, just seeing that makes me really happy that I'm starting to build a community like that, and I hope you guys are happy about it too, so we could talk about anything Yu-Gi-Oh related. But without being said, let's get on with this deck list. I'm actually going to switch up the format a little bit. I'll be talking a little about this deck for those who don't know or want to know more about it. But if you want to get on with the deck list, the timestamps are there, and you can just go ahead and skip ahead. But yeah, without further ado, let's do it. I know I said that already. So, Paleozoic Frog deck. What is this? It is a going first trap deck that utilizes its Paleozoic monsters, which is why it is so unique, because it can special summon itself as a monster if a trap card is activated, and you can change this effect. So yeah, so what happens with this is, because we have such a big trap lineup, you can actually chain to your own traps to summon out your Paleozoic monsters, and because they're unaffected by other monster effects, it makes it really cool. And you could easily go into XYZ plays, totally awesome. If you end up making a lot of XYZ monsters in a turn or something, you could also go into I think there's this one Link monster called Infinitrack, Megaclops, Megatron something. Yeah, a lot of cool techs that you could run in this deck. Also, they do utilize the Frog engine, so it makes it a little more snowbally. Some pros about this is that the difficulty of making your boss monster super easy. The only con is that if you don't see those monsters, or you don't see your Paleos, it's gonna hurt the deck a lot. That's why we do run a card that searches your Paleos, just to kind of help it get the ball rolling a little bit. But yeah, other than that, other cons that I can think of is loses to D barrier, summon limit. What else? There can be only one. And before I move on to the deck list, another pro that I'm thinking of right now is actually the interaction that you have with your cards and your opponent's cards. And it's a pretty good trap deck. I really like it. The Paleozoic engine and just in and of itself is really nice. It's really unique. But yeah, I think that's enough for that. I think I covered a lot of it. If there's anything I missed, please let me know. Alrighty, let's go straight into the monsters. We have here for our first monster, we have Swap Frog. This is your main monster. This is your starter and extender. Swap Frog states that you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding one other water monster. When this card is summoned, you can send one level 2 or lower water aqua monster from your deck or face-up field to the graveyard. Once per turn, you return one monster you control to the hand. Normal summon one frog monster in addition to your regular normal summon. Thing with this is that you guys have to remember that this is a cost to return to the hand, so it's really nice. So if they try to ash you on your ignition effect when you summon it, or they try to effect failure you, you can just activate the card, pay the cost, send it to your hand, and then if you already special summon, you can now normal summon and then activate the effect again. Really cool card. The best card in the deck, arguably. Ronin Totem. Now we have 2 copies of this because 3 is too bricky and 1 is not enough to have in your deck, because this is quite the grind deck. So you want to consistently pump out monsters, aka your Ronin Totem. Ronin Totem states you can remove from play or banish a frog monster in your graveyard to special summon this card from your graveyard. That's how you can easily make Totally Awesome by XYZ summoning with this, Paleozoic monsters, or other 2 Aqua monsters. Level 2 Aqua monsters. Now we do have Dupe Frog. Dupe Frog we run at 3. You can run it at 2, but 3 is nice because you want to see water monsters in your hand, so you can discard it with Swap Frog. Also, its own effect is pretty good. Your opponent cannot select another monster as a target. When this card is sent from field to graveyard, you can add 1 frog monster except for itself or Frog the Jam from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So it's pretty cool. So if they destroy by battle, is it by battle? Yeah, if they just send it to the graveyard from the field, you can add a Swap Frog or a Ronin Totem for whatever reason. But yeah, it's a very nice card. Now, a controversial card we have here that I like to play is Lilith, Lady of Lemonade. This card is normal summon. Its original attack becomes 1,000, but it's no biggie. The reason why this card is so good will be explained after this effect. Quick effect, you can tribute one dark monster for cost. Reveal 3 normal traps cards from your deck. Your opponent randomly chooses one for you to set to your field, and then you shuffle the rest back. As you can see, it is tribute for cost, so they can't affect Valorant and they can't ash it because you're not drawing a card, you're setting a card to your field. That's why I like this. But yeah, so if you're in a situation where you have Swap Frog in this, you just kind of have to look at what you want more. Do you want to have a follow-up play with frogs, or do you want to have an additional trap that you can play and potentially wreck your opponent with? Next we have here our only spell that we play is actually Scapegoat. I wish I had a better rarity, but I accidentally traded it. Special summon 4 sheep tokens. In defense position, they cannot be tributed for tribute summon. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this card. So you would want to set it on your opponent's turn. You would activate it maybe during the battle phase to disrupt them so they don't OTK you, or during the end phase, and then after that, on your turn, you could go into Link plays Akashic Magician, Security Dragon. We play like Link Spider, Link Rebo, and then you could Link Climb into Link 4 monsters that I will show later. Before I do move on, I don't play Pot of Extravagance because that is too expensive for me. I don't play Pot of Desires because if you banish all your monsters, because I've play tested before and it sucks when you banish your monsters. Yeah, I just don't like it. But let me know what you guys think about it. I do play another draw card in form of a trap, so yeah. Next we have the name of the deck, the Heart and the Soul. We have Paleozoic monsters. I'm just gonna go ahead and say all Paleozoic monsters have the same last effect. Once per chain when a trap card is activated, while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card as a normal monster, but is treated as a monster, not as a trap. 1200 attack, 0 defense, level 2 aqua monster, that's water, and it's unaffected by monster effects. Also, it says banish it when it leaves the field, but for those who don't know, if you XZ summon this, or use this as XZ summon material into like, let's say like a Totally Awesome, and then you use this effect to detach, it actually gets sent to the graveyard and not banished, because when it originally left the field, it left as an XZ material. So yeah, that's some food for thought. Oh my god. Target one face-up card on the field for cost, discard 1 card, and if you do, banish it. This card is played a lot in other decks because the only cost is targeting and you don't have to commit a discard. I like playing 3 because even if you have to discard, you can discard your other Paleos. Or like Lost One or something, because I play that. Canadia, this is your Book of Moon. This may not be that relevant now, so you can always cite it for something more relevant, like Ice Dragon Imprisonment something, Warning Sign, or whatever like expensive trap card you guys have, like evenly matched, but I can't afford that. So I'm just playing a lot of 3-0s. Same thing with this. Actually, like Eldritch is pretty dumb, and like, you know, pop any back row stuff, so this could be nice. Again, cite it out if you don't need spell and trap removal, but yeah, Oinoides, that's your spell and trap removal. And then here is actually my draw power, Reckless Greed. I was thinking of not running it, but I just felt like, you know, I have Trap Trick already. I'm not gonna play Pot of Desire, so I need some form of draw power. Let me know what you guys think about Reckless Greed. But yeah, you know, this is pretty self-explanatory. You just draw 2 cards. Cool thing with this is that one time I actually had 2 in my hand. I set it to my field. I waited for my next turn, and I did my draw phase. I activated both of these. I also had a Paleozoic in the graveyard, so not only did I draw 5 cards, but I got an additional monster to my field. So Reckless Greed. Then since a lot of our traps are normal, we play 3 Trap Tricks. Again, I play Oops, sorry. I play 3 Lost Wind, just like my Unchained deck. Again, this is budget, so I don't know what else to play. So give me some feedback in the comments what you guys think is good, because I know target effects kind of suck now. And speaking of target effects, I know I'm probably gonna get more hate, but compulsory evacuation device. I like this. It's a pretty cool card. Again, I'm not really in the competitive scene too much, just because of COVID right now. But yeah, it's a pretty cool card. I think you could play like Torrential Tribute, but I personally haven't tried it in this deck. Next, I only have 2 copies, but we have Get Out. I feel like Get Out's nice. It's this is easily sidable against like Eldritch and like Drytron. I don't know if they go into extra deck, but I know they're a ritual deck. Basically, if they're not summoning from the extra deck, you have to side this card out. But it is a normal trap, so it's gonna be quite nice to play. Then I play a Solemn package here. You have your Solemn Strike. This should be 3 judges, but you know, I only have a warning for now. And this also should be judges, but you know, Crackdown's cool. I have in my collection, so I just used it. Remember, if you don't like the trap selection, give me some feedback. Tell me what's good to run. But yeah, last we have Imperial Order, because we only play 1 spell, so yeah, Imperial Order is cool. I think you could play Anti-Spell Fragrance, but I don't know how good that card is. So yeah, now let's go into our extra deck. First, we'll go into our I'll do a quick little combo if we have time, or I'll just put into another video. So we have Boros Dragon for the OTK, Borlow Dragon, because it's untargetable. I think here's, oh, that's beautiful lighting. Then we have this girl, because it's a water. Security Dragon for the Scapegoat plays. Remember, it's 2 monsters, so it could be any of the tokens. This you can use, like, so let's say you have some monsters, put it underneath a Security Dragon, and then you can return 1 card they have to their hand. Then we have Link Spider, Miss Starboy, and then we also play Crusader Avermax, which is a great Link 4 because a lot of decks have trouble getting over it. And then we play Link Karibo for the token plays. Now that we have the now that we have the extra deck finished with the links, we're gonna go into our exes. We have 3 totally awesome, great card. If you want, you can just read it. I don't think I really need to explain it too much. Just remember that if you try to negate it or negate an effect and send Duke Frog to the graveyard, Duke Frog will not activate because it is a 1 effect, and this still has an effect to resolve after sending Duke Frog to the graveyard. Again, more food for thought for you guys. I'm gonna move it more to the side. Next, I play 1 Opabinia, just cause it's nice to have. This is to gain advantage quickly. Karis. I play this just because I have it. It's cool when it comes up, but it doesn't come up too often. Then we play 1 Mannequin Cat. I'm gonna quickly explain this card. So you can basically recur a card from their graveyard. Anytime they recur a card from their graveyard, you can, I think, target face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon a monster with the same attribute or type as that. So if they have water or a dark, because we have Lilith, you can special summon that from your deck to your field. And last but not least, we have Chris Javelin. I think this deck list is around like 16 cards, so just switch it up with whatever you need. Yeah, this is just another negation. But yeah, you could play shit like Zeus and Sky Cavalry or Cat Shark, but those are kind of expensive right now, and I already had this deck for a while, so I'm just using the cards I have. But yeah, let's get into the side deck. Now for the side deck, I'll do this really quickly, because we're going to be going first. If they opt to go second, we have some cool cards here that we can play. Remember, this is just a suggestion, so it's not going to be 15 cards. Cyframe Gear Gamma, of course, with the added driver. Sounded like I said Adam Driver, like the actor. 3 Effect Veiler. Again, this is not that good now. Again, just suggestions. Then I'm just gonna speedball this actually. 3 Drone Lockbird. 3 DD Crow. Okay. You can also play Skullmeister if you want. Ghost Bell Haunted. You have here some spice. Inspector Border. This is a nutty card. I always get confused when I play this. If you want an explanation, please let me know down in the comments. Yeah, I don't want to waste any more time. If you're against a lot of spell trap shit, obviously we have Heavy Storm Duster. Like once I was against like Altergeist, I was facing one of my cousins, and that shit was so annoying, and I didn't win game 1 obviously, but game 2 was kind of easier because I had that. D barrier for like Zodiac, Ritual Monsters, Drytron, all that BS. And then like Rocket Link or Dragon Galink, we have the Sanctum package with the Scythe, so they can't summon from the extra deck. This is a weird card. I found this, right? If they destroy, so they're gonna probably side Twin Twisters, so you can play this card along with King Backjack, but instead of playing this, you can also play Waking the Dragon, and then have here Ultimate Falcon. There's a lot of targets you can have with this, like the Ancient Warrior. There's cool other cards you have. I think you could summon like other like Synchro Monsters and stuff. I think Majestic Star Dragon is another cool one that I saw, because I do have an Ultimate Rare version. But yeah. Oh, and the last one, the one baby girl that I forgot to mention is Ash Blossom. I know there's it's not really budget, but that's why I'm giving you guys options. You know, there's a lot of reprints now that you guys can go for. Speaking of you know, some side deck cards, you can also try to go for a Barrier Statue, the Water Torment thingy. Spiritual Art Water. This is a cool card. Tribute 1 water monster for cost. Look at your opponent's hand and then send 1 card to the graveyard. But yeah, that's about it. I do see people play King Backjack with Fiend Grieving. I haven't played it myself, but if you guys have, tell me how good that is as opposed to like other cards you run in your deck. But yeah, that's about it. That's gonna wrap up this deck profile. If you like what you see, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, whatever. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your auntie. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. You're gonna be seeing more Yu-Gi-Oh content from me soon, so please stay tuned for that. My name's YFLVI. As always, stay safe, be nice to one another and to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.